hey, they could win a national championship this year. I've said all offseason going into the year, if I was making my preseason top 25, I would not have them lower than 2. I'd either go Penn State 1, Texas 2, or vice versa. I mean, sure, this team's not perfect, but this is not a year where you have some of the Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State Death Star level teams we've seen of the past decade or so. And, you look at Penn State and you look at what they bring back, you can make an argument this is going to be the best offensive line in the country. Drew Aller has maybe as much arm talent and ability as any quarterback in the country. Now, as we've said on here all offseason, Drew needs to take a step this year. And I think he'll get much better wide receiver play this year, which can help with that. And yes, losing Tyler Warren is going to be tough on this offense, but I think people need to not pigeonhole themselves into thinking who is that one singular player that's going to place Tyler Warren, because you're not going to do that. He was a generational player here, legitimately one of the best players in program history. But the tight end room is still very deep. You have an incredible stable of running backs. I mean, you could argue you have the best 1-2 punch of running back in the country as well. I think you're going to see the running backs, especially Nick Singleton, using the pass game a lot more this year. And I think with the offense as well, it's year 2 of Andy Kotelnicki. And you know how it is with any scheme, offensively or defensively. When you get to year 2, especially year 2 of an offense where you have a returning quarterback, right, your entire offensive line's back, you can really open up the playbook a bit more because guys are just more comfortable. They know things. So I think we're going to see that too. And then on defense, I mean, yeah, you lose Abdul Carter, and that was a big blow. But outside of Abdul Carter and some guys at defensive tackle, you didn't really lose a lot. And, even at defensive tackle, they lost some of their depth pieces, but Zane Durant was the best defensive tackle on this team last year, and he's back. Alfonso Ford was the second best defensive tackle on this team last year, and he's back. So, I think defensively you may have some depth concerns at some spots, but you feel really good about your top 2 everywhere. Again, like I said, in my opinion, I think this is the best chance preseason they've had at a national championship since 1999. I think the hype is warranted. I think this team is very talented. They're very good. I'm certainly not going to sit here and predict them to win a national championship by any means, but I'm not going to be surprised at all if, they can pull it off. And for the first time since 1986, they do manage to emerge from the chaos as national champions.